What is up, beautiful family? Hope you guys are having a great Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, whatever you want to call it. As promised, we are going to be talking about how to forget about your past and finally move on with your life. Okay, so first things first, you have to understand why you have trouble, why you have a trouble of letting go of the past. So many of us get stuck in the past because of our need for certainty. Certainty is one of the 6 human needs and is fundamentally about survival. Okay. We need to feel certain that we can avoid pain and ideally find some new comfort in our lives. We also like to feel certain about what's next, and letting go of the past means stepping into the unknown. It takes courage to let go of what is familiar, even if it is negative, and be vulnerable enough to learn how to let go of past mistakes, past relationships, past mishaps. Okay. So, the other reason why it is so difficult to learn how to get over the past has to do with the way we link emotion to information. Consider, for example, a woman who has a feminine core. If her partner does something that causes her emotional pain, she may tend to bring it up over and over and over throughout the relationship. Her partner feels like it's impossible to win because no matter how much he does to amend the situation, she continues to punish him for his previous mishaps. Okay. But there is a very real reason why she can't figure out how to let things go. A person with a highly feminine core will attach emotion to anything that impacts them in a significant way, especially if it causes pain or suffering, and it makes letting go of the past more difficult for them. Compare that to somebody with a masculine core, so men versus women. A highly masculine person does care and feel things deeply, but masculine energy is about breaking through and letting go, moving on with your life, okay? While feminine energy is about filling up and gathering. When there is still emotion tied to a memory, moving on from the past becomes increasingly difficult for those who are biologically predisposed to gather. What is this all costing you? Why are you stuck? And how have you lost a grip on your life, always going back to past experiences? So, we're going to get into there is we'll do 9 steps today about how you can let go of the past. Okay, so you have to understand that letting go of your past is a must if you want to live a great life in the future. If you want to live a great life in the present, letting go of your past is extremely important. It doesn't matter if you have been done wrong in a relationship, or something bad has happened, or something that you can't control happened. It doesn't matter if something like this happened. You can't force those experiences on current experiences and future experiences. So, for example, let's say you get cheated on, right? You have to leave that in the past. Not everybody's the same, right? You have to understand this. Not everybody has the same intentions. Not everybody wants to do the same thing, but you have to get this through your head, okay? So, you have to acknowledge it, right? Acknowledge the past, what has happened. You have to understand that you have to heal as well, because if not, you're just going to go and do the same thing that happened to you because you want revenge. And you know how I feel about revenge. Okay. So you have to understand that letting go is a must if you want anything great out of this life. A failed relationship, something you need to just forgive, right? You need to forgive and forget, right? A lot of people say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna be stuck on this forever and ever and ever." No, you're not. No, you're not. As soon as you heal from something that unfortunate that had happened, you'll be so much better. You're you have to understand that you are unlocking a new chapter every single day in your life, and letting go of the day and holding on to the day yesterday, right? You're going to sit here and feel like shit. You're going to sit here and feel very pressured because you probably did something wrong. Somebody else probably did something wrong. Okay, so I can tell you, just focus on right now. And I know it's so much easier said than done, but there's a lot of techniques that you can do to, focus on the right now, focus on the current moment. So first things first, you have to understand that journaling is a thing. If you feel down about something, write it down. If your emotions are all wavy all over the place, write it down. Okay. A lot of you men and women will just sit here and hold on to things. You won't talk to anybody about it, which is totally fine. You don't need to. Okay. Talk to yourself about it. Write this stuff down. Also, gratitude, mindfulness, meditation, all of this stuff helps significantly. I can tell you from firsthand experience, if you want to live in the present breath work, I do the box method. So it's 4 seconds in, 4 second hold, 4 second out, 4 second hold. A box. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So it's very easy to sit here in the present moment, right? You have to understand, you have to keep yourself busy in the present moment. You letting yourself get all these distractions, do all these dumb things, you're going to keep on going back to the past. It's that simple. So let's say you had a problem with sex. Okay. You were addicted to sex, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. You have to understand that you holding on to that just by the little things, you jerking off every day, you watching porn, doing all this bullshit, you're gonna hold on to that forever and ever and ever and ever. It's gonna be an endless cycle of you staying average. Okay, so a lot of the time we get lost. We get lost in past experiences, and we have our guard up. Everybody has their fucking guard up. Nobody can trust anybody. I don't trust a lot of people, right? I don't trust a lot of people. Okay, and that's just me. But you have to just learn from your mistakes and learn from what happened. God already knows what's going to happen. Now you just have to understand that you have to accept what you can't change, focus on you. That's it. So you got cheated on. You can't fix that, right? You can't change that. It already happened. Now you just move on with your life. Okay? And I understand those little thoughts are going to keep on coming, keep on producing, whatever the case. But you have to understand to acknowledge the thought and move on. Acknowledge the thought and move on. Because you sitting here and overthinking and overthinking and overthinking and overthinking, just going to be an endless loop of garbage. And you're going to sit here and be average like everybody else. Okay. So, oh shoot, I try to grab my mouse. Anyway, you have to acknowledge your mistakes. You have to be able to take accountability. Okay. Understand what happened, why you did or didn't do something, and express your feelings. Journal it. Don't talk to anybody about it. You don't need to. You don't need to. Keep it to yourself, but journal it, write it down, acknowledge why you feel that way with yourself. Because 95% of the time, you're going to tell somebody that you're going to be like, damn, that sucks. Okay, well, like, what? Anyway, but this is the thing. You really have to put yourself in the present. So how to do this, okay? I would say avoid being lazy. Avoid taking days off. Avoid just scrolling on social media or doing like bad habits. Because as soon as you start getting into those bad habits, you start overthinking, boom, boom, about your past, about what's going on in your life. So that's kind of what you have to understand, that your future completely depends on your current self. And if you're stuck in the past, if you're stuck in the back there and you keep on looking back, you keep on talking to the same girl even after she did you wrong, you're you're not going to feel good about yourself. I can tell you that much. And I can tell you from experience, right? I used to be the same way. I think I went back to the same girl maybe 4 or 5 times, and I got dirtied and dirty and dirty and dirty. I got kept on playing dirty, right? And I didn't understand that. Now I understand that if something bad happens, move on. My future is a lot more important than some girl or some relationship or some friendship, right? My future self is counting on me. God is counting on me to let go of the past. It's very simple. We spend a lot of time repeating our past and the mistakes, the patterns, the behavior, the way we communicate with others. We're creatures of habit, and habits are hard to break. Hey, this worked in the past, so why not keep doing it? It's very simple, and you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have probably told yourself that it's worked. I can do it over and over and over. It's all good. It's not doing anything. Yes, it is. Okay, but we're not gonna be doing it, right? We think something has worked for us in the past when in fact it hasn't at all. We believe our style of communication is effective with our partner, when all while our partner sits there and wonders, what the hell is it we're thinking, right? History can be a great teacher and a source of wisdom. If you don't understand that these things are just experiences for you to get better, for you to understand yourself a little bit more, you're not going to win. Okay. It took me in business maybe 2 or 3 months of doing the same thing over and over and over. I probably lost about $20,000 because I kept on doing the same thing over and over and over. And where did that get me? In the same place. Because I wasn't learning from the mistakes. You have to understand that your mistakes are teachers. It's very simple. Okay. So you have to see, and it's not even that. You have to see it all everywhere. How societies fall, everything in the past repeats itself. And it's basically the same thing, just a lot harder, right? But the kind of history I'm talking about usually is your own personal history, because this isn't some goofy ass history channel. Anyway, you know your history better than anybody alive today, okay? You are the world's foremost expert in the subject of you. So while a psychologist or therapist can help guide you to better understand you, at the end of the day, it's still going to fall to one person to make a change. And guess who that is? You, okay? So you have to remove the mask as well. To start, you're going to need to take off some masks you wear, especially those you wear that delude yourself into thinking you're a different person than you actually are. So you want to start small, okay? That it's not really a big deal, but it might help you do something just a little bit better if you do it today, okay? Maybe it's doing something around the house without being asked. Maybe it's taking an extra 10 minutes of the day just to be with yourself. It's very simple. Maybe it's taking a loved one, talking to a loved one about something important on your mind. Maybe it's deciding to talk back to one negative thought you have every day. Maybe it's just deciding to improve yourself, okay? Become successful with that one small thing and just keep doing it. Do it for a day, a week, then a month. You are going to be a winner. You've made one small change in your life and succeeded. This is where consistency comes in, okay? One small thing every single day. You change one small thing, you're going to believe that you can change more and more and more and more, okay? So it's very simple. So the reason why a lot of people don't want to leave the past, like I said before, is because it's comfortable. It's not, they're scared of change. They're scared of doing what they want to do with their lives. So they'll sit here and live in the past forever. They don't want to understand. They don't want to experience the unknown because they're scared. They have little vaginas, you know. And I'm not saying I'm probably gonna get canceled for that, but it's whatever. Who cares? But you living more in the here and now, or as more the more popular term, being more mindfully in the moment, helps us appreciate what to do next. Our history can provide us some general guidance, but changing our behavior requires using history as a source of wisdom, not a source of change itself. Okay. So I hope you guys took a lot from this video. I know I didn't really. Oh, I should do the tips maybe. It's gonna be a long video though. Maybe I'll do the tips in the next one. Maybe we'll do like a part 2. Possibly. We will see. But I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful little weekend. And, be safe, be responsible. Don't do anything stupid. Don't drink. Don't go to bars. My take on that stuff. So just don't do it. Improve yourself and get better. I love every single one of you guys. You guys are great. You guys have a beautiful day. Also, before I end it off, I'm extremely thankful for all 50 of you guys. We're actually taking this thing off, so hope you guys are ready to grow together and build this community brick by brick, day by day. But yeah, hope you guys get after it today. I love every single one of you guys. Nathan Brooks is out. Boom!